ladies and gentlemen, from Orangeville, your friend, my friend, DJ Brooks, everybody.
Relax. You having fun, Orangeville? Having fun? What's going on, Rich? Small town stuff, you know? How's it going? Thank you guys so much for coming out. This has been outrageous. I can't believe so many people showed up. So much fun. Thank you so much. For those of you that don't know me, my name's DJ. I grew up here in Orangeville. It was awesome. Grew up here. It was a lot of fun. I live in Beamsville now, small town in Niagara, wine country. Right? This is our uniform. This is what we wear. It's a small town full of white people with jobs and stuff. Right? It's a lot like Orangeville in like the 90s, right? Like racially challenged. That's what they would say. They'd say, right? Like just a town full of potential racists with no one to be racist towards. I like growing up in Orangeville. It was pretty sweet. ODSS grad, woo! Yeah. Which was great because it really prepared me for the real world, like just a lot of alcoholism, right? I mean, I wasn't invited to the parties, I just drank at home with my dad, but whatever. Still pretty good, it's fine. I did end up getting a few degrees though, and now one of my jobs, I have a few jobs, I'm married with kids, right? So they're expensive as shit. So I have a few jobs, and one of my jobs is I'm a part-time university professor, right? Which sounds like, all right, until you realize, like, when I go to work every day, I'm the only one there that has to be sober. That's garbage. I don't want that at all. And university students are animals, right? Like, they're not fun. They're not fun to be around, right? And, like, I teach night classes, so I don't even get the smart kids, right? I get the kids too dumb to realize you have to register for a class, so Thursday at 7 o'clock, they're hanging out with me. And like 2 weeks ago, I was doing a lecture, right, and like half the class was missing. I was like, what's up? Like where is everybody? And one kid goes, night classes are the cock block of university. I was like, what does that even mean? And he's like, it's right in the middle of Netflix and chill time. Again, I was like, okay. Like, I thought I knew it. You guys know what Netflix and chill is? Yeah, okay, relax. You guys are having a good sex life. Good for you. Good for you. So, like, I thought, because I'm old, I thought it meant, like, get high and watch a movie. Incorrect. And I found out because I was teaching a lecture, and this girl was complaining about her mark, and I was like, relax, we'll talk about it after class, right? Like, come to me after class, and she kept going, and I was like, listen. Maybe, if you did less Netflix and chill, you would have got a better mark. It's a thing I said with my mouth. So, what I thought I was saying, work a little harder, smoke less drugs. Turns out what I said was get off the dick. So I have a meeting next week with HR. See if I get to teach next semester. I'm getting older. Like I'm closing in on 40. Not gonna lie, love it. Big fan. I love getting older because here's the thing about getting older: you stop caring about shit. You just don't care anymore, right? Like young people, they're like, I don't care. You care a little because you haven't fully given up yet, right? You have to like fully give up to not care. Like the other day I was at home watching TV eating jalapeno Cheetos, right? And that's how you know. When you're into the flavored Cheetos, shit's going not great. So I'm eating my Cheetos, right? And a fitness commercial comes on, right? Like rip people lifting stuff. And it's like, come to our gym, because if you come to our gym, you'll be more successful at work. You'll have more energy for your kids, and you'll have a better sex life, right? And I'm sitting there just crushing Cheetos thinking, I don't want any of that. Like, who are we selling this to? Like, that sounds awful. Right? Be more successful at work. Don't even want to be at work. For sure, not sure why I would work out to be better at it. Have more energy for your kids. You know, Hooper, you haven't played tag lately, right? Do you want to know why you haven't played tag lately?
Why?
It's a stupid fucking game. I don't want to play tag. Like, I'm for sure not working out so I can play more tag, right? And I have 2 kids. The reason you have 2 kids, so you don't have to play with the first one anymore. That's why you have the second kid. And if you ever notice, most people with 2 kids are about 2 years apart, because you get 8, 9 months in, you're like, we fucked up. I don't know. Like, I don't want to play with it anymore. I don't know what to do. The SPCA won't take it. I've tried. So then what happens is you just end up in like a sleep-deprived state, and you just look at your spouse and you're like, Netflix and chill, I guess. Like, I guess that's what we're doing. And then the third thing they say is, have a better sex life. Okay. So I've been with my wife for almost 20 years. We've been married for almost 15. I'm not sure working out an hour a day so I can get more unenthusiastic hand jobs while she's on Pinterest at the same time is like, plus, I mean, she still has Cheeto dust on her hand. It's not great. But sex, and one of the things they don't tell you when you get older is sex changes, right? Like, sex at my age is like going to a buffet restaurant, right? Real excited all day when I know we're going, but when we get there, I don't get up near as many times as I thought I was gonna. Halfway through, just kind of stuffing it in. No one's enjoying themselves. And at the end of the night, we just go to bed sweaty and disappointed in ourselves. Right? That's what happens. I do have 2 little girls though, which is fun. Their basic role in life is to embarrass me, I think. So like a few weeks ago in the fall, we were at the park, right? And I'm like sitting on the bench on my phone because I don't give a shit what they're doing. I don't care at all. And my oldest daughter's at the top of the play structure, and she starts going, Daddy, genie or magician? Like, I don't fucking care. I don't know what you're playing. I don't care. And then she's like, no, Daddy, and she's pointing. And I look over, I'm like, oh, you've only lived in Beamsville your whole life. Because sitting on the bench was an elderly man from India wearing a turban and a sari. And on the top of the play structure is my idiot stick daughter screaming, genie or magician. So I was like, all right, I got to deal with this. I stood up, I put my phone in my pocket, and I was like, all right, learning experience for her. We can teach her a lesson. And I fucking left. I was like, I'm out. You figure your shit out. Like, I don't know. I can't help you. There's a lot of weird stuff about being a parent, like a lot of weird stuff they don't tell you. No one tells you. Did you know that when you get older, you don't get to pick your friends anymore? Your kids pick a friend, and then you're friends with that kid's parent. That's not fair. I don't trust that my kids have wiped properly. And they're in charge of my social life now? Like, that doesn't seem appropriate, right? And like, we lie to our kids all the time, so they don't know me, right? Like, they don't know DJ, they know Daddy, right? They know, like, Daddy likes a drink every once in a while. They don't know that DJ drinks, right? Like, they don't know that. And I need alcohol-compatible friends. You can't have a friend that's not alcohol-compatible, right? Like, come on, like a wine friend? I don't need that person in my life at all. She was playing with the... Yeah, you'll be fine, Aunt Joe. It's fine. Like, she was playing with a little friend not too long ago, and her dad was there. So I was like, come on over. Let's come watch the hockey game. And he's like, okay. This dude comes rocking up to my house with a bottle of Merlot. Like, whatever, drink what you want. Like, I'm a functional alcoholic. It's fine. I'm not going to judge you. But when you rock into my house with a bottle of red, I'm well aware that we have nothing to talk about for the next 2.5 hours. Like, there's just nothing to be said, right? And I've got, that's not even the worst. Sober friends? No thanks. Don't need you. Don't need you at all. Like, I got my one sober buddy, because you need a DD, right? Like, but you can't have two, that's excessive. It's too much. It's too much. It's like wearing 2 condoms for extra protection. You know, it just rubs everybody the wrong way and no one's enjoying it. Like, they're not gonna have fun, right? I have met a guy though. It sounds like I'm on Tinder. I met a guy. I have met a guy, good friend now of mine through my daughter. Great guy. But here's the thing. Too smart. He's too smart. He's way smarter than me. I don't need, my self-esteem doesn't need that. Like, I don't need that. I wouldn't have picked him, right? I wouldn't have picked this guy. Like, they say hang out with people who can raise you up. And I'm like, I'd rather hang out with people that make me feel good about being me. Do you know what I mean? Like, Cops has been on TV for 30 years. Like, we know why it's on TV. It's not because everyone's doing great on the show. Do you know what I mean? All right. So, like I said, I've been married a long time, but at work, I've got a bit of an issue because in my full-time job, because a lady's been hitting on me at work. All right, yeah, it's pretty exciting. It's good for the self-esteem, not gonna lie. So she came in the other day, and she's like, DJ, come here. So I walk over, and she's like, let me rub your head. And I work in customer service, so I'm bent over, and she's rubbing my head, and she goes, gosh, that turns me on. It's a real thing that happened. To clarify something for you guys, my full-time job, I work in a recreation center for the elderly. Yeah, her name's Irene, she's 93. Comes in to play bridge once a week because she's 93. Of course she does. So this keeps happening and I'm like, I don't know, like this is getting weird, right? I need to deal with this. She comes in, I was like, Irene, let's hug. Hugging's less creepy than head rubbing, right? I think we can agree on that. So I come out from around the counter and I bend over to give her a hug because old people aren't allowed to be big, right? They're little. So I'm bent over giving her a hug, and the lady she's with goes, I'd like to rub something else. Yeah, it's the thing that happened. So, recap, bent over, at work, hugging a 93-year-old lady who gets turned on rubbing my head. Lady behind me just offered me a hand job. And I'm thinking to myself, this is as close to a threesome as I'm ever gonna get. Like, this is... Like, I don't think this situation's gonna come again. But you know, I couldn't do it. I just couldn't do it because she still had some Cheeto dust on her hand and I just couldn't do it. Orangeville, you've been so much fun. Thank you so much.